All right, coming up next, my review of my top 5 favorite fragrances from imaginary authors. The most affordable, probably, and well-priced fragrance in the niche world. All of them the same price. I'll give you a little more details coming up, but these are my top 5 favorite of all time. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose, here yet again from Osme Perfumery in the Wynwood section of Miami. Today's video is going to be about my top 5 fragrances. Well, really right now. I say all time at the outset, but again, if you watch my videos enough, you know that these lists change because your nose changes, your mood changes. So it's what may be my top 5 from a certain house a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. A lot of times it's going to be very different from what it is right now. And this has changed, I know for a fact, as I've gone along my journey through this house. But let's get right into this, my top 5. First, and this is one of the, actually the newest fragrance that in the lineup from Imaginary Authors. It just came out a few months ago, end of last year, 2022. That is In Love with Everything. This one is very interesting. Like all his fragrances, all of Josh's fragrances, Josh Meyer, who's the founder, creative director, and perfumer. By the way, he was here for an event at Osme, again, end of last year, launching this product. I actually got to spend a good part of a day with him after the event. We hung out talking about our love for fragrances. You know, he really was giving me a lot of just great, interesting tips and advice about the brand. But this is, again, all his fragrances are unique. They're all based around, as the name says, imaginary authors, an imaginary story or a book or a tale, whatever, however you want to consider it. But this is a fragrance that's based basically on the time frame of pre-Miami Vice Miami. So you're talking about 1982, 83, right before Miami Vice came out, which was 1984, and that kind of carefree time. South Beach was just developing. It was nothing like it is now. It was dirty, it was grungy, it was wild. It was a party scene, but it was kind of underground. This fragrance captures the story of a couple girls during that era. And if you look at the notes on this, just to read them to you: raspberry, citrus pulp, coconut palm sugar, sandalwood, tropical punch, stardust, and Madame Isaac Pereire. They always put these mythical notes into the fragrance. Again, that's part of the fun, part of the creativity of the brand. But this is one of those fragrances you got to put on your skin. Okay, some fragrances smell great on a scent strip. When I first smelled this on a scent strip, I thought, okay, this is interesting, but I don't know if it's for me, and I don't know if it will be my favorite from the house. Once I put it on the skin and let it develop, it was magic to me. So again, put it on your skin, try it. If you love anything to do with that era of Miami, of which is the time that I grew up in, so it's very nostalgic for me. So there's a lot going on here that makes me like it. Look at that bottle too, love that design. The roller skater kind of upside down with the 80s boom box, really cool. All right, that's number 5. Number 4. Talked about this one in the past, and it's still one of my favorites, and that is Sun Drunk. Sun Drunk is, again, it's just so unique. There's just no other perfume out there like this. There's really no other house like this. By the way, all the bottles, 50 milliliter, eau de parfums, $95. The brand has been around for about 10 years now, and Josh has kept that price the entire time. I can tell you from speaking with him, despite heavy pressure by distributors and all kinds of companies to try to raise the prices, he's kept it there. So that is really admirable. It's very approachable, that price point, for a lot of people who are trying to get into niche fragrances. Let me get into Sun Drunk. That was a little background story. Again, got to put on my glasses to read the notes for you. Well, before I even read the notes, I can tell you what this is, what it smells like to me. This is an orange soda at the beach. This is sun-kissed soda, whatever favorite, Fanta orange, whatever you like. This amazingly smells just like it. Josh is a self-taught perfumer that literally figured this out. and started playing around and learning over 10 years ago and created this brand that was so amazing that he could make a fragrance like this. This takes real skill and creativity to smell like a fresh orange soda on your skin. Perfect for the summer. We're about to hopefully be coming into the spring time. I know places in New York right now, it's bitterly cold. Miami, it's 80 degrees, so I can wear this today. The notes: neroli, rhubarb, honeysuckle, rosewater, orange zest, and the mythical notes of first kiss. So imagine being on the beach in your teenage years, drinking an orange soda with the girl that you're trying to impress, and you get a first kiss. Now, how magical that is. How does that transport you to such a wonderful, carefree time in your life? This fragrance is able to do that. Again, there's the front of the bottle. Next, number 3. This is one of those polarizing ones. Slow Explosions. Slow Explosions. Had this in my collection. I think this is actually the very first bottle I bought from Imaginary Authors. It's out there. This again is going to be for that niche lover who wants to try something a little bit different. All of his fragrances are different. They're not your typical mainstream, even niche fragrances, let alone popular designer fragrances. But this one, just listen to the notes. When I say the notes, you'll know what I'm talking about. Saffron, rose absolute, leather, apple, benzoin, cashmere, and then Arpora night market. That's again the mythical note, like a mythical kind of almost like, I think of it like a Moroccan night market at night. This is an apple leather fragrance. You've probably never smelled anything like it. You probably never will again. If you like the smell of apple, which I really do, I like leather. I like the saffron, gives a little bit of a kick, a little spiciness. And the rose, again, rose, apple, leather, to me are the 3 dominant notes here. Creates a very interesting, unique smell that I happen to love. Not everybody will love it, but it still makes my top 5 number 3. That's going to take me to number 2. Number 2 is another similar in the vein of Sunkissed. Oh, so funny. And excuse me, because my mind is tied to Sunkissed. Sun-drunk, sun-drunk, sun-drunk. I kept saying sun-kissed because it literally smells like a sun-kissed soda. Sun-drunk. All right. This is in that similar vein, one of what I would consider the best mint fragrances that I have smelled. And that is Saint Julep. You can see there, Saint Julep. Wonderful, delicious, fresh mint fragrance. Let me just spray it there. Oh, it's got a little kick to it. It's got a little spiciness to it. It's fresh, it's enlivening. This is a mint fragrance that gives you energy. I've talked about other ones that I really like. You know, that, for example, Vert Désert from Veronica Bai has a unique ability as a mint fragrance to be both soothing and invigorating. This is an invigorating fragrance. And just listen to the notes. Sweet mint, tangerine, southern magnolia, bourbon, grisalva, sugar cube, crushed ice. So again, for those of you who are fans of classic alcohol drinks, classic spirits, the mint julep is one of the most legendary fragrances here in the United States. It's very closely associated with, say, the Kentucky Derby. Everyone drinks a mint julep. It's very much considered like, real classic spirit here. This kind of just really goes after that vibe. So if you like that kind of boozy, minty smell, which you probably never smelled, again, just like his other fragrances, they're unique. You don't usually think of mint and bourbon in a fragrance. He does it, and it's just truly, truly wonderful. That's number 2. And my favorite fragrance from the line, from Imaginary Authors, is Cape Heartache. See it there, Cape Heartache. And this one, it's gonna be a little bit different from the other ones. The other ones are a little bit very kind of specific fragrances that smell like interesting different things. This one is gonna be more of a non-specific fragrance. It's very kind of I just get this sweet, woody, just pillow-like fragrance for me. Listen to the notes. Douglas fir, which is a type of tree. Pine resin, again, obviously from a tree. Western hemlock, vanilla leaf, strawberry, old growth, and mountain fog. Old growth is something that grows along the big trees out in the Pacific Northwest, which, by the way, is where Josh Meyer is from and where he is based out in the Pacific Northwest. So I can see the influence here of the big trees and the undergrowth, which could be moss. I think, you know, moss and green ferns and things. Mountain fog, obviously a mythical note, but this is just, ooh, sprayed it right in my nose. It's, you know, I'm gonna put it on my skin too. Let's go right on my skin here. The vanilla is just mouth-watering in this fragrance. I really dig how the vanilla is so prominent, because you wouldn't think when you see all those other woody, strong notes. Hemlock, very resinous, deep, rich note that can sometimes overpower, but he has blended it to perfection here. The strawberry, really just, gosh, you know, again, so different and unique from anything that's out there. Oh, sorry about that. So different, so unique of anything that's out there, this house. And Cape Heartache, to me, takes the cake for my favorites. There you have it. Let me know, guys. This is a house I know that I talk to people all the time that generally just love it. Let me know your 5, or not even your 5. Let me know some of your favorites from this house in the comments below. And I could have easily picked another 5 that I love and would have been just as accurate as the list in my mind, but got to go with what I feel. I'll be back soon with another video. Thank you for watching as always. Peace, love, and perfume.